having your uterus sliced open. Hello. Welcome and welcome back. For those of you who are new here, my name is Tiffany. I am a full-time mental health and substance abuse therapist bringing you food, lifestyle, and mental health content. I have not sat down to do a video in what feels like forever. It's been a bunch of grocery vlogs and other get ready with me vlogs, but it's time that I give you all this update. So for those of you who are new here, I had fibroid surgery. I had an open myomectomy during the summertime. So this video is going to serve as my 6-month post-op wrap-up video. I recorded one video explaining fibroids and the different treatment options. Again, not a medical professional. And my second video was about my surgery and treatment experience. So now it's time for a little post-op review, okay? I have my notes on my laptop here so I don't forget anything. I have reviewed my first and second videos to make sure that I'm including all of the important information as well. So let's start with immediately after surgery. So immediately after my open myomectomy to remove my 31 fibroids, you will have, or I had, all people will have, a 2-week follow-up visit with your surgeon. Honestly, that 2-week follow-up was a waste of time, in my opinion, for me, because all he really did was look at my scar very briefly to make sure that it was healing properly, and he sent me on my way. I was there with the surgeon for a total of 10 minutes. That was it. I reached out to my OB, and he said that I didn't need to come in to see him either. I could just wait until my regular yearly checkup. He said unless I was experiencing any significant pain, anything that was like odd, then I was good to go. And he was right. I haven't really felt anything crazy since then, so I was like, I'm fine, and that just is what it is. What I will say is that basically like almost immediately after surgery, maybe within like 3 weeks, I think it was, I lost 6 to 7 pounds, and those pounds have stayed off. So during my recovery period, for 6 weeks, I was not allowed to, and people who have the surgery are not allowed to work out for 6 weeks. You're not allowed to do anything strenuous. The only thing that I was allowed to do was walk. So I went on extremely long walks 5 times a week for 6 weeks. My walks were a minimum 5 miles long. So I did that, but I work out regularly, so that wasn't really a reason why I lost weight. So in my opinion, my fibroids were affecting my hormones, which was affecting my weight. So my fibroids only weighed 1.7 pounds, so the vast majority of the weight that I lost was because my body was kind of like recalibrating. So I'll say it was due to the fibroid removal, the actual weight of the fibroids, my hormones balancing out, plus I'm no longer on birth control because you're not allowed to be on birth control while you're healing. So yeah, I've lost 6 to 7 pounds and it has stayed off, and I am back at my baseline weight. One of the weird things that happened was I started to experience pain around the 6 to 8 week mark. Now, probably the last, from like 4 to 6 weeks, I didn't have any pain. I wasn't having to take any ibuprofen, anything like that. But the 6 to 8 week mark, I started to have some internal pain and some back pain. It wasn't excruciating. I still didn't feel a need to take any of the opioid medication. I just took ibuprofen, but I thought that it was weird that my pain went away and then my pain came back. But since I am a mental health therapist, I think that it could have also been some of the mental stuff that was going on making my body respond. I think that was part and parcel to it. Now, one thing that I really want to highlight is physical therapy. I do not understand why my surgeon nor my OB recommended or talked about pelvic floor therapy as an option for me. Luckily, I was in a Facebook group, and the women in that group talked about pelvic floor therapy, and some of them went. And I said, you know what, that makes complete sense, because having your uterus sliced open and then removed, because they perform a hysterectomy to cut out all the fibroids and then put your uterus back in, is a trauma to your uterus and to your body. So why would I not go to physical therapy? Just like if I were injured in a car accident, I would go to physical therapy. So it just made sense to me to make sure that my body was fully healed inside and out. Finding a pelvic floor therapist is very hard because it is very niche of the physical therapy section of your medical health. So one, it's mainly going to be women, which makes sense, who would be pelvic floor therapists. And second, the wait list is really long. I didn't call, unfortunately, until I was, I think, like 4 or 5 weeks post-op. So I didn't get to see my pelvic floor therapist until my 6 weeks was up and just some time had passed. But I don't think that that was necessarily a bad thing because of some of the movements that she had me doing. It's probably safer, in my opinion, to wait until after your 6-week mark. She was very excited for me to come in because most people just don't go to physical therapy on their own. One of the things that I learned is that with physical therapy, you don't have to have a doctor's note, or at least with my insurance, but if you continue to go outside of 60 days, it will require a doctor's note. So I only have one more session left with her because my healing and my progress has been exponential. Like every day that I go see her, I am just getting better and better and better. I loved going to see her because she used Chinese medicine of cupping and all of that to move the scar around. So what she focused on was scar mobilization. She had me do some ab exercises to see how my muscles were balanced, which side was weaker or not. And then y'all, I'm gonna just tell you, she did do an internal examination. She stuck her gloved finger inside my vagina and was feeling on the muscles kind of all around and having me do Kegels so that she could see how strong the muscles were inside, which makes complete sense since my uterus had been sliced open, right? That was, I think, a really good experience because she could feel the textures and scar tissue and, like I said, how strong or weak the muscles were, and she could see which side was more uncomfortable for me. And then when I was doing breathing exercises, she was looking at the muscles to see how they moved. Scar mobilization was the massaging of the area, very deep massaging, because what happens is when you have scar tissue, the scar is up here, and then I guess you have the other layers of skin. And because you have a scar, it gets stuck because there's tension, anxiety within the skin. So when you massage it really deeply, you're trying to get that tissue to move around as it should move. So that's what she was doing, and that's some of my homework that I'm supposed to be doing in addition to doing ab exercises. One thing that I thought was really interesting was she had me do a lot of breath work. She wanted to again see how my abs kind of moved up and down, and she looked at the various area of my abs, and then she would feel it. I mean, she was very in tune. It was so interesting because the last time that I went to go see her, just 2 days before, I did a lot of obliques on oblique ab exercises. And when she was doing her massages, she said, "Your obliques are really sore." And I was like, "Oh, I did oblique exercises." And she was like, "Yeah, they're really tense. Let's massage that out." So just all the little things that she could pay attention to while massaging just my outer ab area. So what I have been doing since surgery, even before I was supposed to put anything on my scar, because I don't think you're even supposed to put anything on it until the 6-week mark, I put my pure aloe vera gel on it every single day. I still put my aloe vera gel on it twice a day, and in addition to that, I use a scar gel. So it's the Target brand of Mederma, because it's like $3 versus Mederma being like $15, $18. And then I had already planned on buying some, but my physical therapist recommended it. I bought some scar tape. So you just cut it and you place it on. You can wear it underneath your clothes when you go to sleep, whenever. And it aids in like the texture and appearance of your scar. And because I have been wearing my scar tape, my scar is now flatter than it was when I first went to go see her, and she could tell. So what I will say about my scar, for those of you, this is your first time watching the video, I suggest you go back and watch part 2 of this 3-part series. My scar is about 7 inches of vertically, because they had to do a vertical incision because of how many and how big my fibroids were. My scar is very neat. I shared that before. I continue to put the scar gel, the aloe vera gel, the scar tape on it, and it's just healing very nicely. I do not have any pain externally, internally, nothing like that. My healing has been phenomenal. I do continue to take my iron supplements just in case, especially when I am on my cycle. And as far as like my nutrition, I don't eat as much red meat anymore. Now granted, I didn't really eat it a lot, maybe like 1 or 2 times a month, but now it's like really only on special occasions. Like I gotta really be craving some lamb chops for me to have red meat. I'm just not eating it. I already don't drink a lot. I usually only drink on weekends, and that's only if there's a special occasion or something like that, or me and my husband want to have a wind down weekend. So like those are some of the things that I've been experiencing. Again, my healing journey has been my journey, and I just wanted to share that my journey has been beautiful. So if you are considering getting an open myomectomy, I don't want you to, I know that it's natural to have some anxiety, but things are legit better on the other side. Like I don't have to run to the bathroom as much. I don't have any accidental peeing on myself, even though it was only just a little bit when it would happen. But like I feel so much better. I don't have that huge pregnant belly. Now granted, my belly won't that big, but I don't have like a pregnant looking uterus. God has been good. Honestly, God has just been good to me when it comes to my healing. I started running, I think at like my 7-week mark. I was doing Stairmaster, all of that. I still don't do a lot of like strenuous like leg exercises, just because I want to wait like, well, now I'm about to be at my 6-month mark, so I could try it out some more. But I wanted to wait until like 6 months to a year to start doing like heavy leg exercises, like pushing and stuff. But that is all that I have for you all. I hope that I have been able to help you. If you have any questions that aren't too personal, feel free to drop down in the comments and let me know. I will leave links for like everything that might be helpful for you if you decide to get surgery. Okay, getting text messages on the laptop. So until next time,